Well, a lawsuit against Diddy has been refiled now to include Jay-Z, the husband of Beyoncé, whose real name is Shawn Carter. Many, of course, have been waiting for the Carters to be implicated in Diddy's sex and horror ring of power. Is this the first shoe to drop here? Well, the suit filed by an anonymous plaintiff claims that Jay-Z also raped her when she was 13 years old. And this happened after the VMA Awards. Now, we've heard of this case before. It revolves around accusations after the Video Music Awards back in the year 2000. The case originally mentioned Diddy and a male and a female celebrity who were unnamed at the time. It's curious why they were left out of this at the time.
Well, the lawyer says why. He goes on to, we're going to take a look at his statement. He says, originally we filed this anonymously and went to Jay-Z's lawyer. And we were going to allow him to remain anonymous because we wanted sort of off the books mediation. But it's Jay-Z who countersued us and sued us for. So let's take a look because the case we've talked about this before. Originally had male and female walk into the room while Diddy was doing the sexual assaulting. The male then took turns to do his own raping while the woman was there. We don't know who this woman is. Again, in 2000, Beyonce was not married to Jay-Z, so we don't know. Jennifer Lopez was Diddy's date at that awards show. Yeah. So could have been either of those ladies. We just don't know.
Or somebody else.
Yeah,
right?
It could have been somebody completely unrelated. We don't know, but what the lawsuit says is that person was famous. So who was around those dudes who was famous at the time? We're not accusing anybody, just so it's clear that it's not clear right now. Now, here's Jay-Z's statement in response to this. He claims that Tony Busby, which is the lawyer who's filed this, has a pattern of these type of theatrics and goes after celebrities for large settlements. He says he's not going to settle. He's not going to give one red penny. He says the real victims here is his family, his wife, because now they have to sit down their children and explain what they're going to go through. I would be surprised if his children had not already had inklings of this. His daughter, his oldest, is about to turn 13. And of course she knew that his dad is mentioned in this, in the wake of the Diddy accusations. Interestingly enough, she'll turn 13 in January. 13 is the age of the victim in this case, the plaintiff. So we must consider all 13-year-olds equally. We don't know, right? Okay, we're going to leave, again, innocent until proven guilty. These are claims. But yes, we should consider all 13-year-olds. Mr. Busby released his own statement saying his client is actually not seeking money. She sought a confidential mediation and that it was Jay-Z who sued him under a pseudonym a few weeks ago, saying that his firm sent a letter to his lawyer on behalf of the alleged victim. He says, since the letter, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. The plaintiff, he says, is now emboldened and he's proud of her and that they're going to fight this out in the court and not in the media. Obviously, he thinks he has a case, but you have to wonder if he has proof, the government must have this proof too, right?
Right.
Why is this a civil case? Why is this not a criminal case?
Is it because it's past a statute of limitations now? I mean, 2000, that's 24 years ago. 24 years ago, and I think there's a statute of limitations on criminal, right? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know if it's state to state or not, but...
Well, in New York, we know that the statute of limitations was removed in order for E. Jean Carroll to accuse Donald Trump. We know that. But that was a civil case. It never became a criminal case. So it's a good question. What is the statute of limitations for a civil case for sexual abuse of a minor? I don't think I don't know. And is there anything ongoing that the government would know? Will there be a criminal case and we're just waiting because this is playing out in an Epstein-esque way? We don't know.